Good afternoon, ladies and gentlemen. We are coming to you live from the Northwell Health Ice Center. It's the 2026 Long Island High School Hockey Championship, live and only on the LI Sports Network. Travis Quigley here to take you through the call today. Color commentary, Brady Campbell, the rest of the crew. We've got Johnny Malizia, Derek Sheeben, Rowan Loddick, and Sam Musnick. We've got about 4.5 minutes left of warm-ups, and we have our Nassau and Suffolk champions just about ready to go here this afternoon in the second annual Long Island Championship game. The Nassau champion, Long Beach Marines, wearing their white uniforms today. They'll be going left to right, first and third period. And the Suffolk County champions, the St. Anthony's Friars, wearing their black uniforms, going right to left, first and third period. These two teams are battle-tested. They have fought St. Anthony's since September, Long Beach since November, to get to this point. They earned their county championship trophies back in February. Albeit these two teams, not the state championship run that they'd hoped for, but they have an opportunity here today to end their seasons on a high note with a couple of exclamation points and that Long Island Championship trophy held high above their heads. Gonna welcome in Brady Campbell. And Brady, this is gonna be a fun game between two of the top teams on the island. The Friars and the Marines both have, as I mentioned, battle-tested. They've had some tough defeats throughout the year. They've also gone on long winning streaks throughout the year. At one point, Long Beach, 13 wins in a row. St. Anthony's, for them, 8 wins in a row at one point during the season. So these guys know how to go on runs. A run's not going to help them today, though, Brady. It's one game, do or die, that's it.
Absolutely not, Travis. Sorry about that. Yeah, this is as good as it gets, right? Nassau versus Suffolk, the two top teams. But as you said yourself, a lot of up and down. They played so many games this year, from winning the conference, or the county, I should say, now going to states. And both teams not all that successful there. But, of course, winning the county, now they get a chance to erase all that and come back and finish their season strong today. And obviously, congratulations to both sides. The Friars have been here before. Of course, you said only second annual, but they were in it last year. They fell just short in a thrilling double OT game where the puck crossed the line by maybe a few inches, and they were down 2-0 in that game, Travis. So they've been in this situation before. The Marines not so much, but as you said, they know how to win. 13 straight wins, including the Nassau playoffs that took them to the championship in a thrilling 3-game series. Well, they defeated Belmore Merrick in 2 games. But these are the two dominant teams for a reason, and I'm ready to go. I'm excited.
Yeah, we are pumped up here at LISN. The Friars, 21-6-1. That's their record through the regular season, playoffs, and states. They really ran roughshod, Brady, through the regular season in the Suffolk County League. Not many L's when you look at their schedule. Only 3 losses, 1 tie to Middle Country, which I think shocked a lot of people. Yeah. But after that tie, they went on a run. They rattled off 6 straight wins to kind of show the league, hey, this wasn't a fluke. Maybe we had a little bit of an off game here. Middle Country brought their best, but we're still a top dog in this league. And then, like you said, battle-tested. A hard-fought 3-game series with the Smithtown Hauppauge Bulls. And not to mention, for the Friars, quarterfinal, they only won by a goal, 2-1 over Connecticut Sayville. Semifinal, 3-2 win over Northport Huntington, both in which their opposition, the T-Birds and the Tigers, came back at the end of the game and really forced the hand of the Friars, forced them to dig their heels in and hold on for victory.
Yeah, and for a moment there, I was on the call for that quarterfinal game. It looked like we might have a new champion potentially brewing in the Suffolk County. But the Friars, as you said, battle-tested championship team. They got it done each and every time. Once again, they met the Bulls in the finals, and things looked maybe a little scary there for a moment, but they always seem to bear down when it matters most. And it's going to be interesting to see if their top players can show up again in this game. I expect nothing less. I certainly look at a guy like number 67, Anthony Cataldo, who seems like as soon as that calendar flips to playoff season, he just runs through the whole league, whether it be the Suffolk County, had a pretty good states as well. That's certainly a player I'm keeping my eye on for the Friars.
Yeah, he seems to find another gear, and we'll talk about that 3-game set with Smithtown Hauppauge. That first game, such a thriller, went to a shootout, and the man who scored the game-winning goal, Tommy Azzariti, he talked about it with the New York Post the other day, redemption for him. He was thinking about the one that he had missed a few seasons ago against the Bulls, and he really wanted that one back. He was able to score the game winner in the shootout in Game 1. Game 2, the Bulls came back, picked up a 2-1 win, and in Game 3, it was very similar to Game 2. It was tightly matched. Friars had the lead late, 2-1, had to dig their heels in again, much similar to their quarterfinals and semifinal games in order to secure the victory. Trophy above their heads, equipment flying through the air. They're celebrating. As our colleague Kevin Broderick said, Suffolk County, black and gold, it remains. And like you said a little while ago, second year in a row, back in this Long Island Championship game. Double overtime, they lost to Belmore Merrick last year in a game that genuinely could have gone either way. They know what it takes to win in this game now, and I'm sure that they were going to use that as motivation. They want to get last year back. They want to get Suffolk in the win column here in the LIC. Sliding over to the Marines, Brady. You said it, first trip to the LIC. This is their first county title in a couple of seasons for them. Fell in the semifinals to Belmore Merrick at States 8-4, which I know for them, after the battles that those two teams had all season long, is not the result that they were looking for in that game. I think for them, knowing that Long Beach staff, knowing the Long Beach team, they were probably could have maybe been a little bit of an easier pill to swallow if that's a closer game. 8-4 for them. I know that they feel that's not the best that they could have played. So for them, a bit of redemption to come out here today, their first ever Long Island Championship, and an opportunity to right states in the past. Both these teams right states in the past, but for Marines, right that loss to the Dogs in the past, come back, get another win for Nassau in the LIC, and we talk about it a lot. These Marines, they're not just playing for themselves, they're also playing for, of course, Garen Hagen. They talk about him so frequently, so much. His number, his name still hangs in the Long Beach Arena. It will hang forever in the Long Beach Arena. And I know that all the players in that locker room use Garen as motivation as well, because he was such an important piece for them when they were all coming up through the Long Beach Marine program.
Yeah, and they certainly have used it clearly this season, as they have been running roughshod basically throughout the whole year, and certainly when they went on their win sheet. And I would certainly look even further at some of their stars, led by Liam Young. Of course, we didn't even talk about the thrilling Game 2 win against Belmore Merrick to get the victory and come back and flip the switch from last season, where it was kind of a chaotic overtime winning goal for Young, but he got it done, and a sweep. We've seen in Nassau, it's been kind of the opposite in Suffolk. The championship team has swept in Nassau. In Suffolk, Friars and the Bulls a lot has gone to a best of 3. And then ironically, when we get to States, it seems like the losing team in the county does better at States. But for this Long Beach team, after tying against Manhasset and then a tough loss in the regular season to Belmore Merrick, just took that and completely ran with it, and have ripped off so many wins in a row. And, of course, a couple losses in the States, but they're a very dangerous team. And we haven't even talked about the goalies in Valsich for St. Anthony's, Mealy for Long Beach. They have absolutely been the backbones for their team this season.
Yeah, those two have been great. And just going to correct Brady there. He read the lines wrong, but that's not his fault, my fault. It's my sheet that he was reading off of. It was the tie to Belmore Merrick 1-1, then a 5-3 loss to Syosset on December 3rd. And then after that, 13 wins in a row, like Brady said, from December 8th all the way until Game 2 of the Nassau playoffs. Suffered their first loss in that stretch at States, an OT loss to Smithtown Hauppauge. Like you said, the teams that lose in the county playoffs seem to go up to states
Certainly a
and find some
motivator.
more success. Yes, certainly, like you said, a motivator for sure. As we saw at Belmore Merrick, they're off to nationals now after winning the state title. But we're here for the LIC, St. Anthony's and Long Beach, the Nassau County champions and the Suffolk County champions. You mentioned it. We're going to talk about it before we head to a break as the Zamboni's on. But the two netminders, we'll start with Justin Mealy of the Marines. Playoffs, regular season combined, 16-2-1 with a 2.66 goals against average and an 8.97 save percentage, Brady.
He has been the backbone of this team. He started 15 of 16 games throughout kind of their regular season times. And when Sophie Marino came in, she was phenomenal as well, got the victory in that game. But Mealy has absolutely been the backbone for this team. We saw in the Nassau County Championship round against Belmore Merrick. Belmore Merrick had a lead in Game 2, and they had a chance to seemingly put that game away. And he was locking it down from about the midway through the second period onwards, allowing his team to climb back into that hockey game and get it done and get the sweep. And he has just been unbelievable this season. Really, the goaltending tandems of both sides have been outstanding, but of course, Mealy and Valsic have been the top dogs and the top guys for their teams all year, and rightfully so.
Valsic, 16-3-1 regular season and playoffs combined with a 2.19 goals against average. And Valsic, Mealy, both bigger goaltenders, take up a lot of the net. It's going to be on the shooters to pick their spots correctly, but also get the goaltenders moving, get the goaltenders active. Don't give them easy shots, get in front of their eyes, block off their vision. I think we saw it last year in the LIC. Goals came from deflections, screens in front. It's going to be greasy to get a win here today.
Yeah, and I think that's got to be the game plan. It seems like the way to beat these goalies, as you just said, is traffic in front of the net. We've seen Belmore Merrick. They made a living out of redirections and screens, specifically against Long Beach, trying to pull off some victories in that championship round. But Mealy was just too good. So I think especially Valsic as well, Smithtown Hauppauge in the finals there, trying to take advantage, getting traffic to the front of the goal to no avail. I think that's, you never know, but that's going to be probably the quote-unquote easiest way to beat the goalies here today.
Should be a fun matchup. Still got time to get down here at the Northwell Health Ice Center. If you can't, we've got all the coverage right here on the LI Sports Network. Travis Quigley alongside Brady Campbell. Zamboni about halfway done through the ice cut now. So we'll be back in about 7 minutes. We will have player introductions, followed by the presentation of the colors from the Ancient Order of Hibernians, Division 17. And the national anthem will be sung by Marissa Mano tonight. So don't go anywhere. A couple minutes, we'll be right back with those player introductions and opening face-off here on the LI Sports Network. Ben Bonadio. Danny Smith. 55, Jake Nichols. Number 61, Dom Tartaglia. 67, Anthony Catallo. Number 77, Justin Norris. Number 81, Christian Budicavoli. Number 93, Mauricio Carrasco. And number 95, Ben Carraher. The 2025-2026 SCH SHL champions, the St. Anthony's Friars. We'll turn our attention now to the NYI HSHL champions, the Long Beach Marines. Number 32, Sophie Marino. Number 33, Justin Mealy. Number 3, Caleb Kalelis. Number 5, Ryan Riley. Number 6, Will O'Shea. Number 7, Hudson Brenke. Number 9, Gavin Hananel. Number 10, the captain, Mikey Calvi. Number 11, Joe Fierick. Number 12, Kelly Cardo. Number 14, Ryden Nafty. Number 15, Robert Verlin. Number 16, Brady Johansson. Number 17, Cody Pakikaro. Number 18, Liam Young. Number 19, Miles Siegel. Number 22, Azriel Chasser. Number 23, Jason Birkenfeld. And number 26, Luke Pakikaro. The 2025-2026 NYI HSHL champions, the Long Beach Marines. Our colors being presented by the Ancient Order of Hibernians, Division 17, and the national anthem being sung by Marissa Mano.
Oh, say, can you
Once again, ladies and gentlemen, we are coming to you live on the LI Sports Network. We're at the Northwell Health Ice Center. It's the second annual Long Island High School Hockey Championship game between the St. Anthony's Friars and the Long Beach Marines. My name's Travis Quigley, happy to be here taking you through the call. Joining me for color commentary, we've got Brady Campbell, the rest of the crew here for LISN, Johnny Melizia, Derek Sheben, Rowan Loddick, and Sam Musnick. Each team has been introduced. Anthem has been sung. The flags being walked off the ice right now, Brady. We took our photo before the game. That's out of the way. Both teams getting their final message from their coaches before this game starts. What do you think each team needs to bring to this game in order to be crowned the Long Island champion?
I think for Long Beach, I think physicality is going to play a big part for them. I feel like St. Anthony's might be the bigger team a little bit, per se, and of course both teams have the talent up front, but I think for Long Beach, they want to send a message early and often here in this one. And for St. Anthony's, getting pucks in deep, I know that's kind of the cliche, using their speed to try and get into the offensive zone, cycle that puck around, and try and get pucks on goal against a goalie like Mealy early.
And we have the ceremonial face-off. The Hagen family out now to drop the puck. Captain Zach Sorrell and Mikey Calvi out to take it. The captains will take a photo with the Hagens. And we are just about ready to go, Brady. Long Beach, St. Anthony's, the crown of Long Island high school hockey. We'll have a new champion. Last year, Belmore Merrick, double overtime win over these Friars. They're back in this position again here in 2026 for Long Beach. First trip to the LIC. Can they make it 1-for-1? And can they keep the title in Nassau County? We've got 45 minutes and possibly more to decide it.
Certainly, possibly more. That wouldn't surprise me, but got a long ways to go before we get to that. It's going to be interesting to see, as you said, the Friars have been here before. Obviously, it's only the LIC. It's only the second annual, but that kind of championship pedigree these last few seasons, we'll see if it plays a big role for them compared to Long Beach, who is just here now in their first season, the first of two of these LICs. Well, we're strapped in and ready to go, Travis. It's going to be a good one.
This is going to be a fun one. And we are at center ice. Marines left to right, Friars right to left, first and third period. Here we go. Battle at the dot, and it's the Marines who will win the opening faceoff. Young will dump it in, Valsic out to stop it. Miklich off the wall to Catalo. Shot from the point goes off to the corner. Azaridi chasing after it. Pikikaro on the keep-in. Friars send out the line of Catalo, Sorrell, Azaridi to kick things off with Kanksa and Miklich on the back end. Young forechecking out there with Calvi and Fierick. Pikikaro and Hananel back at the point. Comes all the way down. Mealy steers it aside. Catalo pinned on the wall by Hananel. Becomes a 2-on-2. Cody Pikikaro in there. Pikikaro digs it out, moves it up the boards, kept in by the Friars. Quick spin by Sorrell, back to the goal line. Sorrell out front, and Hananel gets a piece, steers it aside. Miklich from the point, that's blocked off. Sorrell trying to pull it out of the pile. It ends up with Liam Young, and Young going to carry this puck out. Young over the blue line, dangles his way through. Young with a shot off the stick of Kanksa. Hits the glass. Scoop back up by Young. Young hooks it over for Hananel. Miklich there, chips it off the wall. Siegel loses possession. It'll be dumped in off the bench by Caraher. Cody Pikikaro back. Spins behind the net. Trying to find an outlet here. Minute and a half gone by in the first period. Moves it to Siegel. Siegel, cross ice dish, redirected into the zone by Luke Pikikaro. Norris stops it up, poked into the corner now. Siegel after it. Siegel stops up, centering feed. Still losing the paint. Stuff play, save by Valsic.
There was not much room there, Travis. I'm stunned that pass even got through the front and became as dangerous as it was.
We talked about it during warm-ups. Two bigger goalies between Valsic and Mealy. Got to get them moving. And as you see right there, takes up the entire lower part of the net right there. Jordan Valsic. It's in neutral ice. Kalelis getting a poke at it. Budakavoli takes possession. Backhanded across and intercepted by Pakikaro into the zone. Stick lift by Busa. And he puts it back out. Heads up. And it ends up 2 rows in front of us, Brady.
No breezy in sight. Looks like it caught the shoulder of one of the fans, but he seems to be okay.
Not sure if that's an officially branded puck or not. That could have some value on it.
I don't know where exactly it ended up.
I believe one of the young gents a couple rows down has it, showing it off to his friends right now.
Didn't think we'd get in the game this quickly, Travis.
No, I don't have my gloves on, so that would have hurt if it hit the bare hand.
Didn't think I'd have to bring my blocker and glove either.
It's the Marines who control it, backhanded into the zone, gloved down by Miklich, played back to neutral ice. High flip, and it comes over off the glass for Brenke. Glove down Kanksa, puts it in deep, tagging up Kelly, he'll be F1. Riley settles it, moves it over for Hudson Brenke, cross ice, and Ryan Riggins had the stick in the lane. Friars keep it in, Fierick slides it back over to Young. Young under the triangle of Miklich, Young to the net, tries to stuff it in, Valsic with the stop.
Young shot out of a cannon in this first period. That's the second time he dangled his way for a good chance in tight.
He's creating opportunities all by himself so far as Carrasco drops it through the middle for Kelly. Calvi takes a whack at it. Fierick using the body positioning, backhands it in. Miklich kicks it across for Kanksa. Looking for Riggins on the pass, missed his tape. Icing waved. Cody Pakikaro with plenty of space as a wholesale line change ensues for the Friars. Red line and right on net for Pakikaro.
Oh,
Valsic trying to hold it, didn't realize it dropped down. Buzzing through, getting a poke was Pakikaro. We're going to get the whistle here. 11:27 to go in the first period. Nothing between the Marines and the Friars.
Dangerous one there for Valsic. Just on the dump in from the red line. Looked like he had it cleanly and did not, and he's been under pressure here early on the chances from Young, and that one right there proving to be more dangerous than it could have been.
Friars shoot through the dot, get it out of the zone. Pakikaro's back. Swings it to Hananel. Back for Cody Pakikaro. Who hits Luke. Luke for Siegel. Siegel knifes his way through. Siegel with a shot. Valsic makes the save. It came out. Ref lost sight of it. We get the whistle.
Wow. Luke Pakikaro had a yawning cage there. Valsic having a little bit of trouble covering up here in this first period. And the ref lost sight. Not much you could do about it there, but I think the key right now for Long Beach, early and often, shots on goal against Valsic. As good as he is, maybe looking a little shaky right now.
Yeah, that was 2 in a row right there where it kind of dropped out of Valsic's glove and he didn't recognize it. Face off to his left right now. And it's the Friars who will pull it back. Sorrentino around the net, weak side. Kanksa dishes back across for Busa. Receives it in stride. Cuts back on Hananel. Drives him into the boards. And out come the Marines. Fierick with possession. Trying to leave it for Young. Trying to poke it past Kanksa. Kanksa driving him to the boards. In the corner, wrapped by Caraher. Kept in Pakikaro. Down the wall, Calvi with a shot. Save Valsic. Rebound pushed aside. Caraher tries to clear. Held in Pakikaro. Kanksa off the glass, does clear. Busa playing the body there. Marines fans looking for a call, nothing coming. Now there is one coming. Valsic with a stick save, and the Friars touch it up. Power play coming up here for Long Beach. It's a hooking call on Ben Caraher.
Yeah, so I don't believe they got that call on the hit down here, but there's a collision there and the hook at center ice, and that's where they got Caraher. And so the first power play of this game, first goal, I think it goes without saying really, but of course absolutely massive in this hockey game. And it's St. Anthony's who's been on their heels a bit here in the last 2 minutes or so.
Right off the draw, to reset things here is one of the Marines jumped. You said it, it's been a hot start here for Long Beach, especially 1-8 in white Liam Young. He's out there at the point with Miles Siegel. Calvi and the Paquicaros will round out the power play unit.
Looks like a second ran off the clock and they're trying to get it back up.
And here we go. Right of Valsic, one to the boards, off a couple of skates, and pinballs to the corner. Busa trying to find it and clear. It'll pop up for Liam Young. Young rolls. Siegel on his right, Paquicaro on the left. It's Cody. Drop back to Young. Young walks. The shot blocked by Kelly, goes out of play. Peter Kelly sticking the lane there.
Yeah, and on that opening opportunity for Young all the way back in the opening minute or so of the game, they got a stick on that shot as well. That's the key right now for the Friars. If you're Long Beach, I think you got to, as you said, catch the goalie moving, catch the defense moving, quick passes here on the power play.
9:54 to go in our opening period. Draw one straight back by Kelly. Backhanded around the wall by Norris. It gets all the way down 200 feet. A clear for the Friars. 30 seconds gone by on the power play. Turnover forced, turning shot. Busa was off target. Played back to the point, lost in the skates there for Norris. Just quickly has to dump it back in. Friars tag up. Paquicaro sets up behind the net, moves it to Young. Sauce to middle for Siegel. Miles Siegel over the line, curling at the dot. Back for Paquicaro. Shot through, glove save for Jordan Valsic.
Pretty good play there by Siegel to hit Paquicaro in stride, but once again, play developed a bit too quickly there, almost for the Long Beach players' liking, as not enough traffic in front of Valsic. As shaky as he almost seemed in the opening couple minutes, that one's not going to be a problem for him.
Like you said, a little bit of traffic in front there, but not too much trouble for Jordan Valsic. Snags that one with the glove, and less than a minute to go on the power play. Both sides trying to gather possession here, as now it's off the wall with Cody Paquicaro. He'll roll to the point with it. Paquicaro, backhand pass for Young. To the bumper spot, Paquicaro shot blocked. And here comes Kanksa. Kanksa with Sorrentino, 2-on-1 shorthanded. Kanksa opens up, sauces it to Sorrentino. Save! On the goal line, swept away! Wow! Back the other way, 2-on-1. Young for Siegel, shoots, save, rebound, another stop!
That is
dumped in by the Friars. 12 seconds left on the power play. Carraher getting set to return.
That is LIC hockey at its finest right there, Travis.
Back and forth. 5-on-5 now. Carraher out of the box. Friars successfully kill off the penalty. Young ducks around a check. Keeps the puck on his stick. Slides it to Kalelis. Kalelis behind the cage looking for Calvi. That one broken up. Space cleared off by Smith. Kalelis trying to gather it. Came out to neutral ice. Kanksa curls, puts it off the wall for Smith. Smith back across, intercepted, and here come the Marines offside. Kalelis just unable to drag the leg.
What a couple minutes here. What a sequence in Kalelis. A bit too jumpy there, but oh my goodness, what a save that was at the goal line. And then for the Marines to come right back the other way with a chance of their own. And Valsic, he doesn't look all that shaky anymore right now, Travis.
One for the Marines. Hananel backhands it in. No, looks a lot more comfortable now, Brady. He settled into this game as half the first period has gone by. Chipped out for Catalo, trying to move it middle as Aridi, broken up. Renke one-hands it over. Bouncing around, Budicavoli will settle things. Christian Budicavoli over to Tommy Azzariti. Azzariti cuts the blue line. Fires it low to Catalo, back up top to the point. Jake Nichols puts it off the glass behind the cage. Azzariti up top, it's Budicavoli. Floats it back to the corner. Azzariti lets it go to Catalo. Avoids Hananel, now rolling the circle across for Budicavoli. And off on the backhand side, so comes out to neutral ice. Tartaglia just missed that pass. Budicavoli goes D to D. Nichols, a lot of pressure on from Siegel, trying to clear, turnover. Siegel opens up, waits for some help, drops it back. Gavin Hananel fires, hits the glass. Catalo hooks a pass to Azzariti, it's one-on-one. Tommy Azzariti trying to dangle through, broken up by Hudson Brenke. Stretched out for Miles Siegel. Siegel cuts across, shoots wide. Carraher for Catalo, takes the check. Scooped up Carraher. Carraher fires, Mealy with the stop.
That was the real first shot on goal, one of the first against Mealy, and that was not an easy one. But we look back at that chaotic sequence a few minutes ago, Travis. It's been almost all Long Beach really to start the hockey game, but the Friars were the ones inches away from getting the opening goal.
Yeah, so close with this chance right here. Shorthanded, 2-on-1.
Almost
just slides through, so close. Friars win the draw. D to D pass, friendly fire off the skate of Carraher. Chipped out for Young at the red line. Slides it to the captain, Mikey Calvi. Calvi drops it for Fierick. Fierick will shoot off target with it. Rolls around on the dasher and out to neutral ice. Pekikaro dumps it in. Time for the Friars here as the Marines have to tag. Kanksa to Busa. Busa avoids a stick check, takes it back behind the net. Pass got a piece of, but Busa gets it right back. Drives in wide. Busa puts it over. Kanksa down to the corner. Slowed up Pekikaro, a high flip, looking for Young, takes a bounce, knocks it down. Liam Young looking to go skate to stick. Closed off by Carraher, who clears the zone, gets off for a change. Sent back down the sheet, no icing as it goes right to Kanksa's tape. For Busa, intercepted by Young. He read that one perfect. Young stops up, lets it go. Off target, trying to go short side. That's fired wide by Brenke. Pekikaro on the pinch, keeps it in. Now it's cleared out. Siegel will regroup. Floats the puck in deep. Icing going to be called. He was on the wrong side of the red line. 4:43 remaining in the first period.
They're calling it tight. That was, I don't even know if that was a foot behind the line, but it was the right call. And Friars starting to get their legs a little bit now here as the ice was seemingly tilted in the opening couple of minutes, but this Friars team and their championship pedigree starting to balance things out here in the final minutes here of the first, and we'll see if we get a goal. Crucial couple minutes here late in this period.
Turning shot off the draw. Mealy steers it to the corner. Dylan Schlicht engaged in battle. Keeps it deep. Two number 7s were going at it there. Wrapped up the boards. Budicavoli keeps it. D to D over. Justin Norris lets it go, and a save right off the logo of the jersey for Justin Mealy. .424 remaining. Nothing between our Nassau and Suffolk County champions. Face off on the opposite side now, left of Mealy here. Sorrell ties up, pulls it to the wall, but Kalelis darts through and clears. Bouncing puck, Valsic sees it over the goal line. And face-off coming from the exact same spot. Can St. Anthony's capitalize? Brady, like you just mentioned about a minute ago, it was the Marines who were shot out of a cannon there to start this first period. It's been the Friars over the last few minutes, really since that shorthanded chance where that puck got swept off the line, that they found their game and they've met the gear, met the intensity that the Marines have brought so forth.
They absolutely have, and now it's the Marines, maybe not quite knocked back on their heels just a bit, but for them, as good of a period as they play, you do not want to fall behind late going into the intermission.
Azaridi for Sorrell, but the no-look pass goes right to Young. Puts it cross ice. Pakikaro run into by Justin Norris. Calvi scoops the puck, but a poke by Azaridi knocked it free. Fierick takes a bump. Sorrell clears the zone, dumped in, and Budicavoli's first on it. Budicavoli goes to the far blue line for Sorrell. Hananel works back and takes possession for Long Beach. 3.5 minutes remaining in our opening period. Turnover going to be forced there. Sorrell, toe drag. Hananel just got a piece with the skate. D-to-D pass, now up to the red line. It's Gavin Hananel, the freshman defenseman. Trying to drop it through his skates. Kanksa breaks it up, but taken right back. Hananel, goal line. Backdoor for Calvi, saved by Valsic. Back with Hananel to the point for Young. Wide. Fierick trying to collect that rebound. It's Pakikaro off the boards. That also missed. Puck dumped in. Budicavoli with it for Kanksa D-to-D. Pass off the skate of Calvi. Another turnover forced by the Marines. Young across. Calvi trying to drag and shoot. Knocked to the ice. Out comes St. Anthony's. Kelly over the blue line with numbers. His shot's blocked by Hananel. Backhanded to Young. Chips it off the wall and out. Here comes Luke Pakikaro. Great poke check by Miklich. Kanksa knocks Siegel down. Comes back over for Miklich. Turned out of the zone by Siegel. 2:10 remaining. Kelly sauces it over. Back off the wall by Miklich. Dumped in by the Marines. Kanksa kicks it over to Busa. Busa is flying right now. Chips it past Pakikaro. Scoops in the corner. Drops it off for Sorrentino. Sorrentino around the net. Avoids the stick check, going to the point, intercepted by Siegel. Siegel carries out, 3-on-3 on the rush. Stops up on the blue line, offside on Long Beach.
Threw off Kelly Cardo there at the line with the quick cutback. 98 seconds left here in this first period, and Jordan Valsic, we kind of talked about his shakiness early on, but a lot of credit to him. We know how good he is, and if not for him, Long Beach might be up a couple right now, it feels, in this first period.
Brenke fanned on the dump in. Azaridi just backhands it out to center ice. Thrown back down the sheet. It's Kanksa with it. Miklich returns to Kanksa now for Catallo. Catallo floating it across, knocked out of the air. Kalelis dumps it back in deep. Kanksa collects, cuts the net, looking for room to go, finds it. Cuts back through the middle, Kanksa. Shot gets blocked, Kalelis gets it as we enter the final minute of the first period. Slides it to Brenke, Catallo meets it, Brenke got the better touch. It's with Caleb Kalelis now, dumps it in, over the head of Jordan Valsic. Miklich with a hack at it. Skips past Kalelis. Catallo, inside out, slides it to Sorrell. Sorrell across, forehand, backhand, they score! It's Tommy Azaridi with 33.4 to go in the first. 1-0 for the Friars.
And that's what we were talking about. Half a minute away from taking a lead into intermission, and of course it's this line, Catallo. Don't want to give him room to shoot, no problem there, but he drops it off to Sorrell. And how about that vision? One more to Azaridi. Forehand, backhand there, no chance for Mealy. And a huge goal for the Friars, who've been on their heels for, I don't know if majority's the right word, but a good amount of this first period.
Big time goal right there for Tommy Azaridi. 27 goals regular season and playoffs. He had 2 goals in states. So Brady, that one right there gives him 30 on the season in 25-26. Tommy Azaridi's been a force for these Friars. They ice the puck right there. Now a chance for Long Beach to respond before the end of this frame. Young and Sorrentino square up. Sorrentino will win it. Nichols back behind the cage. D to D, gets it back from Budicavoli. Nichols chips it off the wall. Caraher settles down. 10 seconds to go. Trying to cut middle, poked away. Battle in front of the Friars bench. Poked into the zone, Siegel for Pakikaro under his stick, and time will expire in the first period. 15 minutes down, 1-0 lead for St. Anthony's thanks to the late goal from Tommy Azaridi, assisted by Zach Sorrell and Anthony Catallo. Again, came with 33 seconds left in the first. Brady, you mentioned it right before that icing. Seemed like the Friars maybe on their heels through the first half. That penalty kill they had really turned it for them.
Absolutely did, and they didn't take over in the sense of Long Beach in the opening minutes, but they at least balanced things out, kept the game even, and you could feel them starting to push. They had some great chances. They were inches away from taking the 1-0 lead earlier on in the period, and they were testing Mealy. Couple shots out from the line, no problem for him, but you don't want to give that top line, the Friars, any room, because it's not like they had much there on that goal, and they still made it work. And that is a crucial first goal, crucial goal late in the first as well. If you're Long Beach, though, I think the message, everything pretty much stays the same. It was a great period right up until that final minute.
Yeah, and like you said, didn't want to give Catallo any room, closed him off on the wall. He was able to drop it off to Sorrell, who made a great quick pass to Azaridi, and the forehand-backhand tuck was perfect right around Mealy. Coach Bob Lund, Alex Lund, and Joe DeLuca running through the game plan with the Friars. And we've got the Carson trifecta on the Long Beach bench. Rob Carson, Matt Carson, and John Carson. And Brady gave his analysis a little bit of what he believes the two coaches were sharing, the two coaching staffs were sharing with each side. And you see, they come out of the break, all the Marines right to their netminder, Justin Mealy, rallying around him. Brady, you talked about it. He's been the backbone of this team all season long, so good to see them go tap him on the pads. Friars doing the same because Jordan Valicic, he's their backbone too. And the two goalies made some big-time stops in that first period. We had a puck swept off the goal line. 15 minutes of hockey has been played, just the one goal for Tommy Azaridi, and we're back for period number 2. Travis Quigley here on the call, Brady Campbell on color for us this evening. As right into the zone is Hananel, 2-on-1. Across, it's blocked. What a play right there by Miklich.
That's a couple plays. He had a few in the first where he stopped some rushes up the ice with his stick. A great play there.
Great play. Azaridi sends it long to Sorrell, who sprung behind the defense but lost his footing, and Hananel will take the puck. Off the wall, Luke Pakikaro hits Siegel. Siegel drops it off for Hananel. Hananel to the net, save made. Rebound, Kalelis back in front to the slot. Turning shot, Luke Pakikaro, blocked by Azaridi. Siegel pinched on the wall. Out to the high slot, Pakikaro dragging, shot blocked. Now on the backhand, paddle save for Valicic. Up to the point, it's Hananel. Just trying to put it deep, he does. Kanksa collects though, trying to skate this out. And Siegel slows him down, keeps it in momentarily. Now Catallo sees room to go. 3-on-2. Catallo drops it off to Sorrell. Hits Azaridi. Diving block for Hananel. Back in front, blocked. Goes back to Azaridi. Fires one that's blockered away. Pakikaro holds on to possession. Angled away. Wraps it up the boards. Glove down by Sorrentino. Catallo with it. Rolls to the point. Floats it to Miklich. Gloved out of the air. Backhand behind the net. Sorrentino posts up. Looks for his options. Now goes to the point with it. Budicavoli snaps it. Save. Rebound. Sorrentino couldn't turn it on net. Long Beach clear. Golden chance right there for 13 in black.
Sorrentino's going to be seeing that one in his sleep. Oh, what a chance that was. What a shift by the Friars. And just in general, both teams with plenty of chances. And you know the old saying, defense wins championships. How about some crucial blocks on both ends as well by both teams sliding out to help their goalies.
Just getting a look at the save from Valsic. Face-off won by the Friars, right to the net. It was poked away from Karaher. High flip out, settled by Norris. Norris turns it out to neutral ice. Calvi dumps it right back where it came from. Delayed offside here on the Marines. Plenty of time now for the Friars. A little over 2 minutes gone by. Pass hits the skates of Sorrentino, kicks right to Karaher. Worked out there for St. A's. Put behind the net immediately. Crowd still filing in here at the Northwell Health Ice Center. To Sorrentino out to the slot, batted out of the air. Long Beach clear it out off the glass, right to Calvi. Calvi sprinting in, hits the post. Rang the outside there. Valsic gonna stick this to the wall. Brenke shot blocked by Busa. Skate to stick, clears the zone, icing coming.
Not much room for Calvi there. If there's anyone that can make it stick, though, it's him. And against a big goalie like Valsic, though, down the wing, good job cutting off Calvi there by the Friars, not allowing him to drive to the goal. Well, he still made it a good chance and just off the outside of the post there, but the Marines have come oh so close. They got to be wondering what's it going to take here to beat Jordan Valsic.
Again, Long Beach shot out of a cannon to start this period. A glove save for Valsic. Off the face-off win as Siegel let that shot fly. Almost 3 full minutes gone by in our middle frame. I want to thank you all so much for joining us here on the LI Sports Network for the 2nd annual Long Island High School Hockey Championship game. Friars control it, it's Kanksa. Riggins rips it across for Carrasco. And Carrasco dumps it in. Meeting the wrap, Cody Pekicaro plays it ahead. Poked back in off the stick of Luke Pekicaro. Cody has it now. Red line right on goal. Hits the shoulder of Valsic. That was not easy to handle at all. Hananel on the pinch. Kanksa takes it. Knocked away by Siegel. Hananel rolling the circle for Pekicaro. He shoots. Blocked. And then pushed off to the corner. Kelly Cardo so close there on that rebound attempt. He'll put a pass out for Hananel. Couldn't get it backhand forehand. Up for Pekicaro. That's Luke. For Hananel off his shin pad. Cleared out. This puck is rolling up on edge. Will not make it for an icing. Good skating from Cody Pekicaro. Hustles back, stops on a dime, and sends it long to Luke. Luke trying to poke it in. Miklich slows it down. Siegel to the corner. Miklich right there with the stick in the lane. Clears. Hananel floats it across. Pekicaro back in. Hits Young. Young. Shot. Stopped by Valsic. Goes out of play.
And now it's Long Beach again, starting to dial up the pressure. Just when St. Anthony's clears it down, especially there after the no icing, you see Pekicaro to Pekicaro, and they start the rush right back again, giving the Friars no breathing room here. And that's what it's going to take to keep a team like this down and on their heels.
Friars win the draw. They've been really successful at the dot today so far, Brady. As it's sauced ahead, great stick handling from Sorrell. Sorrell, ninth through the defense, pops to Azaridi, couldn't get the backhander off. Calvi circling back, clears the zone, and he's gonna hit Young. A lot of pressure on Young. Gonna get a one-on-one chance now. Trying to work outside, maybe overhandled it a touch. Sends it across the slot, it pops to Cody Pekicaro at the point. Redirected in front, pad save for Valsic. Back behind the net. Rolled out, circled around for Young by Fierick. Young out front. Calvi got a hack at it. Now it pops to the point. Hananel rolling. Poke check Azaridi. Pekicaro's shot blocked by Sorrell. Nichols and Calvi in the corner. Pushed away from Calvi by Sorrell. Azaridi knocked down by Cody Pekicaro. Back in onside. It's with Young. Young's pass blocked by Nichols. Shot saved by Valsic. Now Pakikaro. Knocked down by Azaridi, but kept in by Cody Pakikaro. It's Young trying to leave it in space for Siegel. Didn't get there. Now Azaridi out of the zone. Hits Catalo. 2-on-2. Catalo opens up and shoots. And Mealy with the breadbasket stop. 9:29 remaining in period 2.
Don't want to give Catalo any room to shoot the puck. He'll make you pay from anywhere and everywhere. But that was an offensive clinic right there from the Long Beach Marines. And just the backdoor passes. We saw a shot pass down low to Young as well. And Valsic the difference right now, but it's all Long Beach here.
Yeah, it's a momentum-generating shift right there. Can the Friars respond with one of their own? As Kalelis gets it out to Siegel, came off the skate. Kanksa dumps it back in. Puck gets settled, D-to-D look. Skips past O'Shea. Back around for Brenke. Brenke hammers it. Miklich on the pinch. It's cleared out to Siegel. One-on-one chance. Siegel puts the afterburners on. He's taken down by Kanksa. Penalty called on St. Anthony's. Another power play here for the Marines.
And a great pass there up to Siegel. And you see the hesitation, and then he realized, I might have a step here to try and take it towards the goal. And that's exactly what he did, and he did have an angle. And kind of just a desperation play there by Kanksa to take him down. And if that was a bit more in the middle of the ice, could have been a penalty shot, but the right call there. And now the power play once again for the Marines.
2 for tripping on Kanksa. It's back to Young at the point. Pass broken up. Comes back through the middle. Kelly clears. Kelly Sorrentino out on the PK with Budukavoli and Norris. Young posts up, leaves the puck for Siegel. Cody Pakikaro, Luke Pakikaro, and Mikey Calvi round out the 5 for the Marines. Siegel over the blue, stops to set up. Sends it deep. Norris met by Pakikaro, Calvi in to help, and returns it to the point. Young walks middle. Left flank, Pakikaro, back for Young. A little head fake, now a shot, save Valsic. Pakikaro looking back door, they score! It's Miles Siegel on the power play. 1-1.
And there you go, they get Valsic moving. And it's another backdoor feed. Incredible vision here. Pakikaro picks it up, opens up from the top of the circle. That puck has eyes. And a perfect feed right onto the tape of Siegel. And of course, he makes no mistake with it. And that is a huge goal now for Long Beach. With all the momentum, too. We'll see if the Friars can stifle it.
A great look right there. Siegel from Cody Pakikaro and Liam Young. We are tied up at 1. Through the middle of the ice, pass came behind Calvi. A quick regroup, D-to-D and up to Azaridi. He'll dump it in. Icing gonna be called here on the Friars, approaching the halfway point of this hockey game. 7:45 to go in period 2. Long Beach up, banging on the wall. They've got a lot of energy and juice right now following that power play tally from Siegel.
Yeah, and if you're St. Anthony's, you can't let that get to you too much here. The icing, no. Of course, here they can change off an icing, but they got to figure out something here to keep the puck north because it's all Long Beach right now here in the second.
Siegel shot blocked. Cardo takes a check. Friars trying to clear. It's a 2-on-3 battle on the boards. Marines outnumbering the puck. Cody Pakikaro dangling through. Spinning pass. Siegel looking behind the back. It was blocked. Siegel takes possession. Leaves it for Hananel. Hananel, stick lifted. And the Friars just get it out. Dump back in. Cardo off for a change. Kalelis over the boards. Miklich gets it from Valsic. Kalelis all over him. Schlicht missed that one. Takes it back, though, from Pakikaro. Hananel on the pinch, kept it in for a second. Now it's long for Riggins. Just skipped over his stick. Cody Pekikaro around the net and sends it long. Miklich will stop it, dump it in. Hananel and Schlicht meet the puck. Hananel takes possession for Siegel. Drops it off. Kanks on the keep in. Down to the goal line, off the back of the net. Riggins pressuring around. Pekikaro through the middle to Kalelis for the clear. Back in, offside on the Friars. 6:27 left in the second period. 1-1 the scoreline between our Nassau and Suffolk County champions, the Long Beach Marines and St. Anthony's Friars. Once again, thank you all so much for joining us here on the LI Sports Network. Travis Quigley with Brady Campbell, Johnny Malizia and Derek Sheeben operating the cameras for us. Our producers, Rowan Loddick and Sam Musnick. Young trying to go forward off the draw, had it stuck up, and Busa working through the circle, takes possession and clears. Chip and chase for the Friars here as they win it back. Sorrentino behind the net, engaged in battle with Riley. Sorrentino couldn't keep possession. Busa will take it. Budicavoli lets it go. He scores! Christian Budicavoli with the wrister from the point. The puck had eyes. It's 2-1 Friars.
Looks like more traffic in front here, and this is one Mealy would normally stop if he could see it cleanly, but you see the Friars, the pass goes up top to Budicavoli, and they all converge towards the front. I believe that was Young trying to maybe knock it down. Not sure if it was deflected. It didn't appear like it was. Nonetheless, though, a huge goal for the Friars immediately after giving the momentum back to Long Beach. They got the game tied. The Friars come down and get one back.
Long Beach right back in front, and you saw there was so much traffic in front of Mealy there. He was trying to fight through the screens, but there was one right in front of him, one in the high slot. Very difficult for the netminder there. Budicavoli from Busa. Sorrentino also picking up an apple on that one. And it's a 2-1 lead now for the Friars, answering right back 2 minutes and 6 seconds after the tying tally from the Marines. Almost a chance right there. That's fought off. Long Beach get it out, but the Friars are buzzing once again here. Budicavoli settles a rolling puck, dumps it in. Riley settles and quick up for Kalelis. Kalelis couldn't get it past Kanksa. Kanksa back north. Driven to the wall by Luke Pekikaro. Azaridi takes a bump. Pekikaro plays it around. Sorrentino up top. Budicavoli just trying to put it back low. Pressure coming. Poked away from Sorrentino. Azaridi hooks it deep. Catalo reverse hit on Kalelis. Takes possession of the puck. Jabbed off his stick by Luke Pekikaro. Cleared off the glass. It's going to be a foot race for it here between Siegel and Budicavoli, but the puck is faster than them both. Icing called with 4:41 remaining.
That looked like for a moment that one might die, but got legs there at the end. And now if you're Long Beach, you're down again. Latter stages of the second period. And the Friars starting to put the pedal to the metal here after getting that go-ahead goal. Long Beach has got to find a way to turn the tide once again.
Marines win the face-off. Pekikaro to Hananel. Flipped long. Young bats it down. And he's knocked to the ice by Miklich. Solid play there.
He's been sturdy back there for St. Anthony's.
Catalo just too far in front of Azaridi. Quick up and in for the Marines, and Pekikaro puts it on net. Valsic steers it aside. He gets a little ooh and ah from the crowd here below us. Turnover. Save made. Valsic on the chance for Cardo as he just turned and put that on net from the high slot. Azaridi cutting through the middle. Knocked down. Puck pops over for Sorrell. Sorrell trying to go into the triangle of Pekikaro. Taken away. Long Beach able to clear as Young knocks Miklich down. No, Miklich kept it. Now they get it out. Penalty coming up here, though. It's coming up on the Marines as Valsic races to the bench. Azaridi scoops it, brings it back. Looking to send it long. Hananel takes it. And the Friars are going on the power play.
That would have been a dangerous pass if it was not a delayed penalty. It looks like Cardo's going to go here for the Marines. I think that was when he took down Miklich there. Incredible keep from Miklich to try and keep the offense going for St. Anthony's. He's been their most underrated player by far here today, Travis. And he's just been outstanding, and now this is a huge moment in this hockey game. Still late in period 2, but the Friars are ready with the lead, a chance to expand upon it.
Azaridi in the middle moves it to Catallo. Looking backdoor, broken up. Azaridi's shot blocked by Hananel, and Hananel moves it ahead. It's going to be 2-on-1, make it 3-on-1, shorthanded. Siegel to Pakikaro. Pakikaro couldn't get the shot off. Save Valsic on the try from Hananel. Valsic going to leave this puck for Kanksa. Out there with Azaridi, Sorel, Catallo, and Sorrentino for the power play. Poked away from Azaridi by Luke Pakikaro. It's the Pakikaros, Hananel, and Siegel PKing. Sorel in, couldn't get the toe drag around Pakikaro. Backhanded out. Kanksa turns, settles, and leaves it for Sorrentino. Pass off a stick, makes it to Sorel anyway. Sorel curls back for Kanksa. Right flank, Catallo. Catallo tries to step into one, breaks his stick in half. Sorrentino, quick cut move. Shot to the net, just wide. Busa was trying to redirect it. Pinched up on the wall. 2-on-2 battle. Siegel pokes it out, sends it long to Pakikaro. Trying to return it to him. End of the shift over Siegel, headed off for a change. Busa trying to drop it back. Young and Pakikaro almost forced the turnover. Instead, it's Kanksa keeping it. 20 to go on the power play. Kanksa trying to evade the pressure of Young. It's into the corner. Young with a big reverse hit on Busa. That gets Breezy off his feet. Battle in behind the net of Valsic. Friars can have numbers here if they hurry. Power play set to expire, though. Budicavoli opens up and lets it go. Pad save. Hananel pushes it away. 5-on-5 once again. And a long pass for Pakikaro. On the tape, it's a breakaway. Pakikaro to the backhand. Denied by Valsic. Another save, Valsic. And again, delayed penalty coming up here. Mealy to the bench. Calvi to the point. Fanning on the shot was Young. We get the stoppage.
Man, oh man, Jordan Valsic does it again. I wasn't sure Pakikaro was going to be able to pull away there. Had to turn his body, adjust his weight. Dealing with 2 back checkers, still a pretty good backhand try. Sprawling out Valsic. 1 rebound, 2 rebound, penalty on the play. And Long Beach, that sequence there combined with the penalty now could be a huge momentum shifter to try and get this one back. Just 1:15 left too in the period.
We saw the late goal in the first period for the Friars. Tommy Azaridi with 33 seconds to go. Can the Marines get a late one now themselves? Kept in, dropping down was Young. Rips one across for Pakikaro. Cody Pakikaro keeps it down the boards. Drives himself and shoots, blocked off. Not out, kept in by Young. Young with a head fake, and another. Knocked down, and Azaridi has a lane to go. Pressure on his back will send it 200 feet instead. Final minute of the second. Mealy sends it long. Pakikaro, cross ice, intercepted. Sent back down by Budicavoli. He's got the difference maker right now, the goal that made it 2-1. Mikey Calvi scoops it up, drops it back for Pakikaro. 30 left. Pakikaro, Cody to Luke. Over the blue line. Marines have numbers here. To the bumper spot, Miss Calvi. Busa gets it out. It's Cody Pakikaro. Turns. Intercepted Budicavoli again. Second time he's picked off a stretch pass. And floats it all the way 200 feet. 5 seconds left. Pakikaro, one last send down the sheet, ramped into the zone by Siegel, and that's going to do it. 30 minutes of hockey down, 15 left in regulation. Both teams go to the locker room for the ice cut, and it's 2-1 for the Friars. Tommy Azzariti with 33 seconds to go in the first period got us started. We went to the break, had to wait about 7 minutes, but it was Miles Siegel on the power play, tying the game up at 1 for Long Beach. Did not have to wait long though, Brady. 2 minutes and 6 seconds later, Christian Budicavoli, the seeing eye wrister from the point over the shoulder of Mealy, hits the back of the net, and we go to break 2-1. Budicavoli with the difference maker right now.
Yeah, you're not going to hold the Friars down for long. They've proven it time and time again, and that's probably a goal that the team as Long Beach in general just maybe wants back, kind of the soft-ish wrister from the point. But, hey, throw pucks on goal, good things happen, and a huge goal for the Friars. So, of course, we have the ice cut. This is big. Now, neither of these teams all that used to an ice cut. I believe Nassau in their playoffs does it between the second and third. Suffolk really never does it, so it will be interesting to see how this affects both teams. Long Beach somewhat used to it. The Friars are not. But I think the message has pretty much got to stay the same. Both teams have played a pretty good game. It's just that 1 point shot currently the difference right now. But it's going to be a fun third, that's for sure.
It definitely is going to be a fun third period. Not much separating our Nassau and Suffolk champions, the Long Beach Marines and the St. Anthony's Friars. 2-1 for the Friars right now. Again, Christian Budicavoli with the goal to put the Friars out in front. Set a timer on your phone for about 10 minutes. We're going to be back with the third period between the Friars and the Marines here on the LI Sports Network. Travis Quigley and Brady Campbell here on the call. Johnny Malizia, Derek Sheeben operating the cameras for us, and our producers here today are Sam Musnick and Rowan Loddick. Thank you all once again for being part of our broadcast here today, supporting the athletes out on the ice. This is the second annual Long Island High School Hockey Championship, and we've got 15 minutes, as we said earlier, maybe more, to decide. Will Suffolk bite back and bring the LIC title over, tie it up at 1-1, or will Nassau and the Marines keep it in Nassau County? Can Long Beach battle back in the third period, knot things up, and potentially find a winner? We don't know. We can't predict the game. You got to stick with us to find out. So don't miss a second of the action. Grab a drink, grab a snack, and come right on back here to LISN for the third period of the 2026 Long Island High School Hockey Championship game. We're coming back live for the third period here on the LI Sports Network. We're at the Northwell Health Ice Center. St. Anthony's Friars 2, Long Beach Marines 1. It's a 45-second power play. A clean sheet of ice, which Brady, as we've learned, doesn't always lead to immediate power play success with the clean sheet. Nonetheless, 5-on-4 for 45 seconds. A chance here for the Friars to redeem themselves from last season, falling to the Dogs in this LIC game. Can they bring the Long Island Championship to Suffolk, or can Long Beach tie this game up, find a winner, and keep the Long Island Championship in Nassau County? Again, 45-second power play here for Long Beach. Travis Quigley, Brady Campbell taking you through as the Marines are going to have to go back and chase as the Friars win the opening draw and send it all the way down. Pakikaro for Young. Young on the handle, slides it across to Siegel. Siegel stops up, over for Pakikaro. It's Cody Pakikaro rolling through the middle. For Young now. Scissor play at the point. Young to the left flank. Siegel rolls it back up top. Young shot is blocked by Azaridi. Azaridi sends it in. He's off to get it. Pakikaro on his horse gets there first.
That's expected. Travis, not much going on there on the 45-second power play. Of course, it doesn't help when the faceoff's at center ice, and then you lose said faceoff, but great work by the Friars to start this period.
Busa over to Kanksa. Sends it long. Sorrell at the red line. Stick lift on Calvi, puts it in. Off the glass, Catallo trying to stop it at the red line. Bounces back to Kanksa. He'll carry. Kanksa across for Busa, wraps it in hard. Fierick collects. Stops up. Trying to keep it low off the shin pad of the official. Recovers possession, and now time for Long Beach to clear. Pakikaro to Fierick with a big burst of speed. Outside for Calvi. Busa on the back check takes it away. Busa clears, and this puck just makes it over the line. Icing called, minute 45 in.
Linesman kind of have his hands up there, just waiting to see if that puck would go all the way down. And a little bit of a break there for Long Beach. Of course, we saw the first two periods. They were the hot team to start. This one, of course, their penalty gets killed, their power play, I should say, and things have been slowed down a bit here.
Broken stick off the draw for Fierick. There's an unhappy parent somewhere in these stands right now. A couple unhappy parents. I've seen a couple of broken twigs here.
Catallo on the one-timer in the second.
I said it the other night in the Suffolk JV finals. It's a bill that nobody wants, is how to get a new hockey stick. Off the boards, pops out, save Valsic, rebound, poked at. Valsic quickly finds it, gets the glove on top as Calvi was bursting through, trying to find that rebound and poke it home.
It looks like one of the Marines there going to the locker room to retrieve a new twig, and Valsic, he's given up a lot of rebounds, it seems, in this game. Of course, early on had a little bit of trouble, but Marines got to crash the net here, and of course, in the final 15, we could certainly expect a big-time push from Long Beach.
Chipped in by Pakikaro, offside is called. Come back into the Marines' half of the ice here. Friars with the lead. Don't need goals, of course, would love some.
There's Fierick with the new twig.
Luke Pakikaro wins the faceoff, back to Cody. Cody's pass broken up by Catallo. He hits Sorrell. Sorrell into the zone, stick lifted, forced behind the net. Handinell driven to the wall. Got the puck up for Liam Young. Friars hold the zone. Azaridi's shot fought off by Mealy. Trying to find it, ends up behind the net. Bank play, Azaridi! He scores! Second of the game for Tommy Azaridi. He called bank. It's 3-1 Friars.
This is a sequence that Long Beach is going to want back. Big save, Mealy. That's got to either be covered or cleared away, and nearly an own goal there. It stays alive, though, and Azaridi from south of the goal line. Able to bank it in, as you said, Travis. That is a massive goal here just about 3 minutes into this period. And it's going to take a big-time comeback here from Long Beach to get it done.
It was Azaridi's initial shot. Nobody else touched it on the Friars. Azaridi, it came back to him off a couple of Marine sticks. Azaridi with his second goal of the game. Icing called on the Marines, and the Mountain Brady just got a little bit steeper for him.
St. Anthony's has redemption on their minds here in this game. And right now the difference, maybe not as much here in the third period, still a very young period, but Jordan Valsic has been outstanding. Mealy's been great as well, but the Friars have been able to capitalize on a couple crucial shots.
Penalty coming up here on St. Anthony's. Mealy hustling to the bench for the extra skater. It's around for Pakikaro. Moves it out through the middle. Kalelis just lost the handle. Touched by Busa. Power play on the way for Long Beach. Sorrentino headed to the box.
It's still fairly early in this third period, but this might be a must-score here for Long Beach. Of course, we saw them have their power play cut in half, their last power play by the intermission and the ice cut. No ice cut here, full 2 minutes. Have to have it. As you know, for Long Beach, that clock is going to feel like it is going extra fast for them here in this third.
And Busa chipping it out. Siegel hustles quick up to Young. Power play goal would be huge here as Young dips the shoulder, shoots, he scores! Liam Young on the power play. It's 3-2.
A little bit of quick Stradamus action. Power play goal would be huge here, and Liam Young has been one of the best players on the ice for both teams all game. He had a few of these net rushes that were stopped this time from another tough angle. Long Beach able to capitalize as he just powers his way in and stuffs that one through Valsic. Not an easy save to make whatsoever, but one that Valsic still may want back, as it looked like it may have snuck through the wickets there.
Yeah, he was going for the poke check. Liam Young avoids it and stuffs it 5-hole, and it's 3-2. Liam Young on the power play. Stretch pass, makes it up to Sorrell. Collects it out of the corner. Down to the goal line. Out front, backhand try, Azaridi. Mealy with the save, keeps the puck out.
Massive stop from Mealy. Of course, we saw when the Marines tied the game 1-1, the Friars came right back a few minutes later to grab the lead, and they almost came back mere seconds later to restore a 2-goal lead. And Mealy and the defense of the Long Beach Marines going to have to pretty much be perfect here from here on out.
27th goal of the season for Liam Young. Azaridi, he's got 2 tonight. He's up to 31 on the season. Budakavoli, with the lone goal in the middle period for the Friars. That was his 5th of the year. Friars win it, turning shot, Mealy. Not easy to handle, but kept it tight. 10:44 to go, and as we see now after the last couple of stoppages, a little bit more physical, some more pushing and shoving. Brady, tensions rising a little bit.
Yeah, both teams, I guess, season on the line, if you will, despite the season somewhat being over. Both teams
last game of the
already
season
have plenty of accomplishments, but of course the big one, the LIC. It all comes down to these final 10 and a half.
Only one team will get to lift their second trophy of the season. That shot from the point deflects to the corner off the stick of Caraher. D-to-D look. Gavin Hananel with a lane to skate. Sends it long. Young jumps over his stick. Offside called. We're going all the way back down. .10:20 remaining in the third period. Right of Mealy for the faceoff. Tommy Azzariti with the goal here in the third period, the difference maker. Made it 3-1. Liam Young scoring on the power play just 50 seconds after Azzariti made it 3-1. 3-2 it stands as the draws one back to Budicavoli. Down the boards for Busa, puts it deep. Sorrentino gets a poke at it. Caraher going to meet it. Trying to go up top to the point, and that's broken up by Miles Siegel. Siegel over the red, hammers it in. Valsic out to stop it, but jumped his twig. Kanksa going off the wall, swarmed by Marines, and a high flip clears. Hananel. D-to-D for Pakikaro. Spins off a check. Busa stays on, now it's back to Hananel. Skates up the left-hand side of the ice, backhands it deep. Valsic out of the net, wraps it around hard. Busa and Fierick collide. And it's Busa who clears the zone. Hananel, lone back right now, avoids the forecheck of Caraher. Beats the second forechecker, and now is over the blue. No shot lane. A little chip and chase play. It's Pakikaro off the stick. Bounce to Siegel, but Kanksa takes it. Kanksa flips it in. Pakikaro back, lost an edge with Caraher pressuring. Plays it back for Fierick. Fierick looking long, glove down by Young. Young has Siegel. Nice move by Young. Young dips around Kanksa, a knock to the ice. No penalty coming up here. Sorrell receives that on the backhand. Calvi gonna fire it. And Young touches over the blue, back in to get the puck. He'll shoot, save made. Rebound popped out to Calvi, but couldn't corral it. Bounces to Sorrell, he's over the blue. Toe drag move, trying to get back outside. Catallo following up, takes possession. Splits through two. Trying to drop it back for Sorrell, blocked by Pakikaro. Young's pass, knocked down Azzariti. Driven to the boards and knocked to the ice by Hudson Brenke. Catallo on the keep-in, shots blocked. Back off the wall. Catallo takes it away. Catallo with Sorrell. Across. Swept away. Kalelis on the back check. What a play. Now Young moves it to Kalelis. Kalelis over the line. Shot blocked by Miklich. Doesn't even want to go recover his stick. Just plays it around with his hand. Nichols drops it for Catallo. Jumps over the stick of Miklich, which he recovered. Brenke keeps it, dumps Miklich to the ice. Didn't know where the puck went. Sorrell beats Calvi to it. Looks to backhand it out of the zone, instead backhands it out of play. 7:35 left in regulation. 3-2. The Friars are in front.
Well, half a period played, Travis, and Young had a good look here from a tough angle, almost the same spot as Azzariti scored down the other end. He had Siegel wide open in the slot as the trailer didn't quite see him. But Long Beach starting to pick it up. You could start to feel them maybe tilting the ice just a tad here as we're about halfway through the period.
Right of Valsic for the faceoff. It's one back by the Marines. Siegel turns to create space. Scissor play in the corner with Luke Pakikaro. Pakikaro for Siegel. Up to the point is Hananel. Hananel opens up and shoots through traffic. Just off target. Valsic did not see that puck. Great screen by Fierick in front. Over for Kanksa off the boards. Pops for Sorrentino. Anthony Sorrentino drives wide. The left-hand shot. Out to the slot with the pass. Caraher turns and looks. Pad save Mealy. Turnover, Sorrentino picks it. Lets it go. Save. Rebound. Pushed away. Riley saves a goal.
That was massive. That's the second time. That one maybe not quite on the goal line, but what a save.
Up to the point for Budicavoli. Siegel closes off the space, moves it middle. Pakikaro not out of the zone. Christian Budicavoli rolling to the net. Paddled aside by Mealy. Carry across. Busa with the shot that gets blocked. Siegel collects. Sends it down. Icing coming on Long Beach.
That was a good shift by St. Anne's in response, and oh so close to restoring that 2-goal lead. And the later we get, the more it means that St. Anthony's a goal could almost put this one away. Sorrentino off the left pad. Mealy thinks he has it. He does not. Riley dives across, saves a short goal from Carrer.
Back to the point. Off the stick of Norris. Blocked off a shin pad. Hananel wins the battle with Azaridi. Kalelis takes a bump. Norris on the keep. Azaridi couldn't settle it down. Brady, if he did, he was all alone right there.
Yeah, a little bit of missed coverage there from the Marines. Azaridi, I think he was caught between looking for a deflection and trying to flag that puck down. Not sure if he knew exactly just how alone he was there in tight, but the Friars continuing with the pressure here with 6 minutes left.
Right of Mealy. Sorrell trying to go forward. Calvi ties him up. Pops to Azaridi in the slot. Save made Mealy. Point. It's Miklich. Blocked. Batted out of the air. Mealy keeps it tight. Azaridi and Pakikaro exchange words. Linesman jumps in. 5:52 remaining in the third period. 3-2 the Friars in front.
Mealy was just able to get back to his feet there as he was swimming around in the crease. Just got back into position when that point shot came. He was way out there to cut down the angle.
Sauced across to Hananel for Calvi through the middle. Calvi outside for Young. Young shoots. Shoulder stop for Valsic. Sorrell takes the rebound. Straight line up the ice. Continues wide on Kalelis. Now to the net. Forced behind it. Hananel blocks the pass. Miklich, though, up top, redirects. Save Mealy, covered up. Hananel wrapped up right now, still with Sorrell. They're both on the ice. The linesmen step in, break those two apart.
All the Marines fans here in front of us looking for a penalty call.
Didn't see an arm up from our official.
But the doors to the boxes are opening here. It looks like we're going to get, looks like both players are going.
So Sorrell and Hananel both to the box. Coincidental roughing calls here. And Brady, this is kind of important because for both these teams, key players in the box right now, Sorrell and Hananel. Long Beach won the draw, unable to clear. Puck takes a deflection, goes out of play. Will stay inside.
Yeah, Sorrell, one of the top offensive performers for the Friars. And on the flip side, the freshman, Hananel, defenseman, but he could do it all. And both teams certainly going to miss these players in a crucial stretch of the hockey game right now.
Sorrentino trying to go forward. Pakikaro out of the corner. Fell down, pops back up. Still possessing, slides it over to Brenke. Brenke snaps the pass to Kelly Cardo. Kelly Cardo winds for the slap shot.
Whoa.
Pumps way in the air. Valsic tracks back like a center fielder, makes the grab. That one fooled everyone.
I was almost going to bring up earlier, you know, Long Beach, they've had plenty of neutral zone kind of dump-in shots on goal that Valsic hasn't handled. That one, obviously not on Valsic. I lost sight of that one, and they don't ask how, they ask how many. That would have been an interesting one for Long Beach, but Cardo making a smart play there. Just get the puck towards the goal.
Busa clears. Brenke going to throw it back deep. Final 5 minutes here at the Northwell Health Ice Center. in the second annual Long Island Championship game. Knocked down, Calvi on the backhand, pad save. Valsic kicks it to the corner. Kalelis back to the slot, nobody home. Kanksa gonna skate this puck out. And Kanksa with a nice move, creates a 2-on-1 look for Sorrentino, blocks Brenke. Sorrentino to the point, it's Busa. Calvi got it off the hand. He wears that one, Captain Calvi. Sacrificing the body for the team as Kalelis puts it on goal. And Valsic will hold on to it. Calvi just making it to the bench now.
That's gotta sting. You can hear that one from up here, Travis.
He wore that one for sure.
He wears the C for a reason, and that just goes back to what we were saying earlier, especially this point in the hockey game. Big-time blocks from both sides, and that one comes out to the point. A lot of players moving towards the front of the goal, traffic in front of Mealy, and he gets in front of it.
And look at this now, Long Beach up, banging on the wall. Ozone draw, rallying around their captain. It comes back to the point, and out comes Catallo. Catallo on net, Mealy with the save. Pakikaro trying to evade Catallo. One-on-one against the boards, right in front of the LIU hockey sign. Azaridi swoops in to take the puck. Azaridi skates his stick, pokes it to Catallo. Catallo rolling, out front, blocked. Pakikaro knocked down by Azaridi. Azaridi on the backhand, hits Catallo, makes a move. What a save by Mealy! Siegel bursts through, slides it ahead, and it's a breakaway chance for Pakikaro. Overskates the puck. Goes down in the corner, puck still loose. Ends up underneath Pakikaro, 3:25 to go. Furyk trying to go to the point, gets the stick lifted. Clearing attempt, knocked down Brenke, snaps it wide. Cody Pakikaro on the keep in. Back up the wall again, kept by Pakikaro. Down the boards, to the net, save made, Valsic. Puck is still loose, both sides trying to find it. Valsic puts his glove on top of it. 3:01 remaining in regulation. Sorel and Hananel are back. 5-on-5, 3:01, 3-2 Friars. Can the Marines find the tying goal, or will the Friars hang on? Let's take a look at that replay, that previous sequence.
This is the save of the game right here from Mealy. Close to a penalty there. The fans wanted one, and it nearly ends up in the back of the goal, and Catallo rarely misses those, and a huge save from Mealy.
Hananel at the point, stick save for Valsic. Karaher couldn't clear. Now Kank's up the wall, scooped up by Valsic. On the shot from the boards, 2:45 left.
Gotta start to keep an eye as well on Mealy here. As you said, just under 3 minutes to go. It's that time here for Long Beach, and they're starting to put the pressure on. Valsic and his team hanging on by a thread right now.
Marines fans trying to provide some energy. The team banging on the boards, getting loud, looking for that tying tally. The two 18s, Sorel and Young for the draw. Young wins it. Kalelis through the blue paint. Catallo clears. Cody Pakikaro back to get it. Sorel chasing. Pakikaro for Siegel at the red line. Kicks it out wide for Young. Young to the net. Blocker stop. Rebound to Sorel. He's got Catallo springing ahead. And Catallo, lane, shoots, hits the glass. Ends up helping the Marines break out. Siegel across for Young. Young drops it back to Siegel. He shoots wide. Hananel keeps it deep. We'll keep our eye on Mealy with 2 minutes to go here. It's Young. Middle for Siegel. Siegel rolling the circle. Siegel across for Pakikaro. Settles and shoots. Breadbasket save for Jordan Valsic.
I think Pakikaro wanted the one-timer there. He's teed up. Had to settle that pass, dust it off, and it looks like a timeout call upcoming here from Long Beach. We'll see if Mealy remains on the bench at the conclusion of it with 109 seconds to go. Couple good looks there from the Marines again. Friars certainly on their heels here, trying to buckle down as they've done so many times in the past. It's
Absolutely. A wild 149 we have left here as the Marines call timeout. Give their top players a moment to get some water, quick breather. I would think here, ozone draw immediately might be coming. And Long Beach will be looking to go 6-on-5 right away off the draw. Friars know what they have to do. They just got to hold on at this stage. Play tight defense, keep the puck out of the middle, and more importantly, keep the puck out of the back of their net. And Captain Calvi back on the ice. You know he's not missing this final stretch. Oh, we get a great look right there. Live shot on the Friars bench. Derek Sheben.
As the faces of players that are locked in, bear down and get their redemption arc complete.
And on Brady, you got to remember as well, on both sides, there's 149 left for some of these seniors to be wearing this jersey, wearing their respective jerseys. They're going to leave everything out on the ice. Mealy indeed is on the bench. It's 6-on-5 with 149 to go. We're left of Jordan Valsic. Young wins the faceoff back to Pakikaro. Cody Pakikaro drops to the goal line. Engaged in battle right now with Norris. Puts it out to the slot. Turning tries blocked by Norris. Norris backhander clears the zone. Luke Pakikaro dumps it in. Valsic out to stop it. Is he going to try it? Takes the shot, doesn't clear. Turning try back out to neutral ice. Hananel settles. Third period, Siegel trying to drop it to the point. He's tied up on the wall. Chipped out by Sorrell. Liam Young collects. Swings it to Pakikaro over the line. Offside are the Marines.
That's a killer, Travis. Close play there at the line. There were basically 5 players lined up there. It was almost like a football play. And credit to St. Anthony's right now, not allowing much room at all for Long Beach. They bring it in. The Friars chip it right back out.
One straight back for the Marines, but they got to go all the way back to get it. Long pass for Calvi, comes off the skate of Kanksa into the zone. Budakavoli off the glass, clears. Hananel got it with the skate. Under 30 left now, 25 exactly. Poke to the corner. Pakikaro meets it there. Leaves it for Calvi, jabbed away Budakavoli off the glass. Carrasco just trying to eat this puck. Siegel looking to dig it free. Pulled out Pakikaro. Pakikaro dropped off, hits a skate. Hananel pokes it deep. Siegel across, blocked, 5 seconds left. Pakikaro can't get it through. 2 seconds left. And one, Young out front, doesn't get there. Suffolk County is on top in 25-26. The St. Anthony's Friars are the Long Island champions. Redemption tastes so sweet.
What a game, Travis. Absolute defensive clinic there from the Friars. It looked like it was going to be pinned there. Long Beach digs it free, but they couldn't really get anything towards the goal. Defense wins championships indeed. And, of course, the goaltender, too, Jordan Valsic, an unbelievable performance. And the Friars, just the winning keeps going for the black and gold. An incredible game, too, and the Long Beach Marines just, they don't go away. They get you for a full 45 minutes. They don't let go. But the Friars this time, as you said, get their redemption arc. They get it complete. It's been a long 365 or so days for this team. Despite another county championship, they finally go the distance.
They can call Long Island theirs. The Friars with the 3-2 victory. They hold on, and the game-winning goal The man who's been talking about redemption a lot over the last couple of weeks, Tommy Azzariti, came at 12:07 here in the third period. Both teams shaking hands now. So much respect between our Nassau and Suffolk champions. And this game through 45 minutes absolutely met the billing. The two top teams on the island in 25-26, they both brought their A++ games here today, Brady. Unfortunately, only one team can be the LIC champions, and it's the St. Anthony's Friars here in 25-26.
Yeah, I don't think you could have really asked for a better game. I mean, we alluded to the potential for overtime, and for a second there it looked like that might come to fruition, but the Friars, as they've done so many times, lock it down when it matters most, and just a phenomenal back and forth game that came right down to that final tenth of a second.
Came right down to the wire, indeed. These two teams played incredible, not just today, but all season long. They're respective county champions for a reason. They both made runs at states for a reason. They both had the opportunity to play here today for a reason. And it came down to those final seconds for a reason. Justin Mealy, Jordan Valsich both played sensational. They both made some really, really big saves when their teams needed them. Hats off to the Long Beach Marines. Obviously not the result that they wanted here in this Long Island Championship game. But Brady, it was their first county title in over 5 seasons. They get to the LIC, second ever LIC. They make it here as the Nassau representative. And Zach Sorrell collecting the trophy right now as Derek Sheevan on the ice capturing this moment. And these Friars, as Sorrell lifts the mini Stanley Cup high above his head, the second trophy lift for St. Anthony's here in 25-26. And Brady needed 3 games against the Bulls to get it done, to earn the chance here. And a hard-fought 3-2 victory for St. Anthony's here today.
Yeah, they don't make it easy on themselves, but boy, do they bear down.
They love one-goal games.
They love one-goal games. They love, if it's a series, going the distance. But they always find a way, it seems, every time when it gets to that final game, that final period, those final minutes. They find a way each and every time. And as you said for Long Beach, got to hold your heads high. They're back. It's safe to say they are back. And we've seen kind of a team like St. Anthony's who got here and fell short. And they have redemption on their mind. And I fully expect to see Long Beach back in this position, at the very least at the top of the NYIHSHL, and very possibly here again. Yeah,
the Carsons, Rob, Matt, John have had Long Beach very successful over the last couple of seasons. Of course, we know last year fell to Belmore Merrick. This year, they had their redemption arc. They came back. They won the Nassau County title, as I mentioned, first time they had done it since COVID. It was the last time they had won the trophy. A very successful season for the Long Beach Marines. In totality, Brady, between regular season, playoffs, states, and now here today, they're going to finish with a 19-5-1 record, which is absolutely incredible. So again, hats off to Long Beach. Not the result the Marines wanted here today, but an incredibly successful season for them.
For sure. 5 losses is incredible. And of course, we put in the context of that incredible win streak that they went on, just running through the Nassau County League. Just unbelievable. It's really a shame that they fell just short today, but the Friars, that winning pedigree that has just been ingrained in this program, continues.
And the St. Anthony's Friars, they're going to finish 22-6-1. And this is a team not just looking for redemption from last year falling in the Long Island Championship, but this group really, really, really wanted to bounce back after not making it through to the semis at States a few weekends ago. I know that stung for this group. That really hurt. And I know that they wanted to come in today, send a message, and go out on top, experience that second trophy lift this season that everybody wants to have. And we said it. They like those one-goal, hard-fought games. They don't like it easy. They make it a little bit difficult on themselves sometimes. But something that this Friars group has done all year long is they weather storms. They battle adversity. When adversity does rise, they run straight at it. They have not avoided adversity at all this season. And deservedly so, standing here today atop of Long Island High School hockey as the champions.
It's unbelievable what they have established in this program. And you look at guys like, I'm looking at number 17, Joe Miklich right now. Defensive defenseman for the most part. In my book, he's one of the MVPs of this game, if you will. It's hard to pick one. You got Azaridi 2 goals. Valsic played great. Miklich certainly deserves, if there was a most underrated player award, because without him, we could have seen Liam Young and the Marines in on a couple more breakaways.
Truly.
It's just top to bottom. Everyone knows their role. Everyone, it almost seems like, could do everything. The top lines, even the lower lines just have so much talent on them. And the hard work as well from the Friars. I mean, you want to talk about how long the season is, too, from September until today. And just, as Herb Brooks said, the legs feed the wolf, and they don't seem like they ever stop.
Friars played their first game on September 24th, a 6-0 win against Patchogue Medford. And they close out the season today on March 14th with a 3-2 win over the Long Beach Marines. First annual LIC goes to Nassau. Second annual Brady goes to Suffolk. I think we're going to have to come back here for the third next year, see who the two teams are, and see which team can take that advantage. Or which county, I should say, can take that advantage.
Yeah, maybe perhaps, I know this is only the second one, but that county rivalry is certainly going to start to brew. I feel like the more of these that we have, and of course, the Friars now being in the first two, they really never show signs of slowing down. But, of course, Smithtown Hauppauge will certainly have something to say about that in the Suffolk League. And you have a lot of other teams, Sachem, Northport Huntington made a bit of noise this year, East Islip. So next season's going to be a fun one to watch. And then, of course, on the Nassau side, Belmore, Merrick, Plainview, Old Bethpage, Island Trees. You have plenty of other teams as well. Manhasset is a phenomenal team. It wouldn't shock me, though, if we see both these sides right back here again.
100%. Either way, this was an incredible game, an incredible performance from both the Friars and the Marines. It's St. Anthony's with a 3-2 victory in the second annual Long Island High School Hockey Championship 2025-2026 belongs to the Friars. Got to thank our entire crew here on the LI Sports Network. Our producers here today, Sam Musnick and Rowan Loddick. Our main camera, Johnny Milizia. Our mobile camera on ice, Derek Sheben. On color, Brady Campbell. And, of course, my name is Travis Quigley. Thank you all so much for sticking with us here today in the LIC and for being with us throughout the entire varsity season in both Nassau and Suffolk. That does it here. 25-26, that's a wrap. We've got a few more weeks of freshman and developmental hockey over in Suffolk. We've got the middle school final in Nassau coming up on the 24th of March. And the last hockey game on LISN for the year is the Super Bowl. March 29th, 2 p.m. over at UBS Arena, the FDNY versus NYPD. So once again, we all here want to thank you for your support of us all season long, but more importantly, for your support of the great athletes out on the ice playing their hearts out every single day. So once again, on behalf of Sam, Rowan, Derek, Johnny, and Brady, I'm Travis Quigley. Have a great rest of your night, everybody, and as always, we'll see you next time right here on the LI Sports Network.